Okay, here we go again. This is a continuation of the previous video, which was one in which I took a multiply impaired student and ran the Texas 2 steps on him. This is a 51-month-year-old, extremely mobile, highly energetic. I call him Wiggler on this, which is obviously not his name or even his nickname, but just because he is always moving. This is a kid who's extremely active. He's got a fair amount of vision, and at 51 months he's learned how to do a lot of things, including things like build little ladders in order to climb up to get things that are out of his reach that he wants to get, even though he's not allowed to have them, kind of a thing. Sat down with the classroom teacher. Again, she's had him for 2 years, and just between me and the teacher, we were able to get through most of the 2 steps. There were a couple things where we kind of had to stop and say, hey, can you demonstrate this skill? For example, having him jump forward. She had seen him jump ever forward, so we just asked him, hey, can you do this? And then he was able to repeat it. There was hopping on 1 foot he wasn't able to do. So we were able to get very quickly to the few things that he didn't do because or the teacher hadn't seen him do, and then test it out and see if he could do it or could not do it, and then rate it accordingly. Unlike the other kiddo, this kid, he's 100% on all of the birth to 3 month skills, and it shows 100% is going down. And again, I'll follow this with an email with this particular kiddo's eval on there as well, so you can see it, since chances are good it won't show up too well here. But he's 100% here on the blue bar, and then you keep going out 100%, 100% on the blue bar again, and then the 2 blue bars combined for 100%. Same thing on the 4 to 6 month skills, all the way down, 7 to 9 month, 10 to 12 month, 13 to 15, 16 to 18 month, 19 to 24 month. He's 100% all the way through those. Now, we start seeing some gaps here in the 25 to 36 month. For example, he's 91.7% on walking, which is that number 14 tab. We can come down here in number 14, and then we can see that walking, the heel-toe pattern is emerging. This kid is a bit of a toe walker, so once that resolves itself, and it should according to the physical therapist, then he'll be 100% on that as well. So going back out to the front, we can go down and we can check jumping. What's the deal with jumping? That's tab 15. Basically, he can't jump 7 to 12 inches. When he jumped, he was about 3 or 4 at the most. And now, granted, he didn't have a target to jump onto, something, hey, jump on top of this, and then, really stretch himself. He was just jumping as high as he could when, so, the teacher said, hey, jump as high as you can, and showed him how to do it. And then he wasn't able to hop on 1 foot at all. He was able to stand on 1 foot, but not hop on 1 foot. So, that's why those skills are where they are at. So as we, kind of cruise along, something that the teacher on the running, jumping, galloping really appreciated was she'd never taught him how to skip. It never occurred to her how to gallop. These are things that were just kind of new to her. We're like, oh yeah, his running pattern is not yet what the teacher would call coordinated, and from what I've seen, it's not the most fluid motion at all, or of all, but it's coming along. It's definitely emerging, and it's probably closer to a 3 than a 2 at this point. But the rating really only allows on the Texas 2 steps for a plus, an E or a minus, in this case a 3, a 2, or a 1, since we've got to make the numbers work on Excel. And then back to the front page, he was 100% on that, so he was 93.4% on the 2 to 3 year old skills, and here he is. He's actually 51 months, so age-wise, he's down here in the 49 to 60, but we are seeing some things to work on, still over in the jumping and the running, skipping, galloping, that skills that he probably ought to pick up between over the last year and now, kind of a things. But overall, he's 96.3% of where he needs to be on mobility skills. Now you notice the cane skills are here as zeros. Again, this is not a kid who uses a cane. He has the vision to do it. Basic skills, that was the upper hand and lower hand and hand trailing. Again, skills he doesn't need, so those zero out. But remember, the zeros do not count as against the score, because those are skills he does not need, and because his visual condition is a stable condition, it's not something he's ever going to need. Orientation, same kind of a thing. We were good all the way through the 19 to 24 month range. We start seeing some things, a little bit of a change, a couple of needs showing up a little bit past that. The directional positional concepts. Again, we can just go and look at the directional positional concepts, and I mean, there's a 1 here on toward. because the teacher had never taught it. Same thing on away from, ahead of, and beside. These are things the teacher is confident he'll be able to pick up very quickly, but they're not things he has yet. And so when that transfers over, right now it's transferring over to an 88.9% in that area. But, again, she's confident this will get up to 100% very quickly, particularly now that she knows, hey, these are some phrases I need to teach this kid. They may be on the radar kind of, as far as other tools she's using, but this kind of brings it forefront. So she really appreciated that. Language was 66.7. Object permanence was 66.7. Let's see, the object permanence. It was just that he doesn't use a systematic approach to being able to go and find the, get into the doors and things like that. And again, I'm still making sure that all my formulas are doing what they're supposed to. Overall, though, the kid scores out at 95.3%. On a tool that's supposed to go to 60 months and he's 51 months, that tells a parent that, oh, okay, yeah, that works. My kid's doing about what I would expect him to do. This is a kid who's definitely more capable. We went through it, very quickly, and as far as a time commitment from the teacher and from the mobility specialist, it was certainly not a burdensome amount of time at all. It definitely gives us a lot of information. It gives the teacher some very specific things to work on, or the orientation mobility specialist if the student wasn't enrolled in a preschool class here at a school for the blind, where the teacher is very much in tune to issues that our students have. Anyway, I will upload this and I will email the copy of this to you as well, so you can look at it, since chances are good the numbers don't look so well readable in this format. So again, I will shoot you that YouTube link as soon as I've got it.